This should be interesting. Well, I have no words. I swear to God, if this doesn't have a happily ever after. I don't know if I find that attractive. So sweet. Not for me. Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Alisha, and in today's reading vlog, we're going to be reading and reacting to the best Dramione one-shots. At least according to random people on the internet. So if you don't know what anything I just said means, Dramione is the relationship name or ship name of Draco Malfoy and Hermione Granger. So it is fan fiction about Draco and Hermione as a couple. And then one shot refers to a piece of fan fiction that only has one chapter. It can be a long chapter or a short chapter, but usually it can be read in one sitting. So I have scoured the internet using multiple scientific resources to find the list of the best Dramione one-shots that are currently on the internet. This includes Reddit feeds, YouTube videos, TikToks, and Google spreadsheets. I will link all the resources I used to compile this list down below, along with links to the actual one-shots themselves and any fan art that I include in this video. So the way this is going to work is I have a list of several different Dramione one-shots that people have said are their top 5 or top 10 or the best of all time or whatever. I'm going to compile them into a list and then have a random generator, probably Suri, pick one for me. I'm going to read that, react to it, do the next one. I'll probably do about 5. I have a couple hours at home before I have to leave, so we'll see how many I can get through. If this has to roll over into tomorrow, that should be fine. After I finish reading all of them, we'll do summaries, and then at the end of the video, I will rank them and tell them if I think that you should read them or not. So if you want to grab a cup of coffee and a cozy blanket, I'm going to go make myself a nice latte and then sit on that couch behind me, and let's get started. Okay, before we get started, let me provide you with a little bit of context. I'm going to be downloading the fanfic files onto my Kindle. You can read them on your phone, you can read them anywhere that you can open a browser, but you can also luckily download them onto your Kindle, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Also, I have read mostly Dramione fanfic in the past. Last year I read Manacled for the very first time. That was the very first piece of fanfiction I ever read. And after that, if you know, you know, I needed to read more. So then I also read Love in the Time of a Zombie Apocalypse, The Disappearance of Draco Malfoy, and then one more. One more long one. The name is escaping me. Hold on. Did I delete my Dramione fanfiction folder? Okay. Manacled, Remain Nameless, and then several other short stories or one-shots. But nothing that's on the list I have already read today. So, sorry, is this distracting? It's distracting me. Nothing that's on this list I have already read. I just went through and made the list on my notes app on my phone. There are 51 one-shots that we can be choosing from today. So, if we like this video concept, then we can do it again because obviously there's a lot on here. I will put a screenshot of the list like right here, and I'm gonna have Suri pick a number 1 through 51, and that's the first one we're gonna go with. All right, hey Suri, pick a number 1 through 51. 13. All right, 13 is Bits of Rock and Dust. I have to figure out who the author is. I have to download it. I will see you in a minute. Okay, move the camera because the plant being in the viewfinder was driving me absolutely crazy. So I have it downloaded onto my Kindle. It is called Bits of Rock and Dust by PurpleSugarQuills, and it's available on AO3 or Archive of Our Own. So I don't know what any of these are about. I didn't look up any of them because I think that's part of the fun. So the summary says, Draco Malfoy doesn't even like Hermione Granger. Her winning him over had nothing to do with dinners by candlelight, gifts of priceless heirloom jewelry, or whispered affections. She just kept barreling into his office again and again. If he thought about it, which he had often, there wasn't ever a chance he'd fall for anyone else. So it sounds like maybe it's a workplace fic. I'm excited, so let's get started. How many words is this one? Hold on. It's 4,484 words. So I think I should be able to finish this that quickly. All right, let's get started. Oh, of course, now I see where it says words. All right, whatever. Oh, if there's any fan art that the author put in the fic, then I will post it and tag it. So it looks like Draco was given a job at the Department for Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures as part of his probation from being a Death Eater. And it sounds like he has to work with Hermione on these cases. I feel like this one's giving me like Allie Hazelwood vibes. like the tension between the enemies to lovers and like the office setting. It's definitely giving me Ellie Hazelwood vibes. Oh. Oh, that was all syrup. Much better. That's why it's called what it is. I get it. So sweet. I mean, intrusive, but sweet. This Draco really has a habit of noticing what Hermione's lips are doing. What was that spot for you? I swear to God, if this doesn't have a happily ever after. Okay, one done. That was cute. That was really cute. It was unexpectedly cute and good, and it had one of my favorite tropes of like sick comfort in it. So I really liked this. We're starting off on a high note. That's exciting. Okay, on to the second one. Hey Suri, pick a number one. Pick a number 1 through 51. No. Hey Suri, pick a number 1 through 51. 42. Is it gonna focus? There we go. And number 42 is resist. I don't know if this is spelled correctly. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna download this and then we'll be back. Okay, I just found it. It was just spelled wrong in the list. It's actually Resistance, and it is by It's Bananas with a Z. And this one has 3,605 words, so it's a little bit shorter than the previous one. So I'm gonna download it, send it to my Kindle, and then start to read. Okay, so the description for this one just says beta work by the wonderful, and then their username or whatever, and then it says disclaimer, I'm making up my own rules for this ABO fic because, well, why not? Merry Dirty Festivus. So I think this one's gonna be spicy, and I'm also just now realizing that this is like a alpha beta omega thing. So this should be interesting. All right. Well, and then it also has the author put in the notes the fan cast for the different characters. So I'll screenshot that and put that right here for you. And then also it's, oh, this person also put in like a song you can listen to. This is amazing. Okay, so this one is starting 3 years after the war. So I'm gonna put my phone down. My face isn't red enough. We're gonna see if it gets even redder by after reading this. Okay, so I read the first like section, and it seems like Hermione has been diagnosed as an omega. So if she does not have an alpha to carry her through heat, she'll die. So she's talking to the minister, who's Kingsley Shacklebolt, and he's like, oh, okay, we'll help you. There's a couple alphas in London. We'll get this figured out. And I'm assuming the alpha's gonna be Draco. Okay, that was a quick read. It was good. I'd say it was probably mostly smut, but it wasn't bad smut at all. So I think that was the first time I've actually read an Omega verse story. I've heard about it, but I don't fully, I understand it, but not fully. So it was good, so. All right, so that one was a little bit of build up and then a spice scene between Draco and Hermione, and it was good. I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't the best spice I've ever read or anything. So on to the next one. Hey Suri. Huh? Pick a number 1 through 51. 18. Which one is 18? 18 is in reverse. So let's find that one. Same couch, different angle. Did I look up that fic, see that it was over 8,000 words, and decide that I was going to take a nap and eat lunch before diving into it? Yes, I did. But we are back, and I now have it downloaded on my Kindle. This one is called In Reverse by ToEatAPeach, and like I said, is over 8,000 words. Like the rest of them, I have no idea what this is about, so let me see if I can find the summary. The summary, oh, it looks like it's a quote. It says, "Your hair," he says, without looking at her. "It's enormous, you know." A few silent seconds pass before Hermione makes a happy sort of sob. "Your chin is too sharp," she says. "We grew into them." We certainly did. Suddenly, her perfect mouth is on his, and he realizes that maybe he hasn't ruined anything after all. A love story in reverse. So, that doesn't tell us much for the plot, but let's dive in. Okay, so this starts out, it says 26 years, and it starts out on Hermione's 26th birthday, and then you read that section, and then the next one is 24 years, 1 month, and 12 days. So we're going backwards in time, so it's literally telling us their love story in reverse. What I'm loving about Draco and Hermione in this one is they're very quippy. Like, their jokes are really funny and snappy. It's just, it's my kind of humor. I like it. I just read the words, arse like a fucking angel, as I was drinking water. Alright. Young Draco says, I have to go find, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about. Young Draco says, I have to go find Crabbe and Goyle. And young Hermione says, why would you have to go find communicable diseases? Oh, and then Draco says, you have no idea how close to the truth you are on that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm done with this one. This was cute. It was a little too long. I think the middle kind of dragged as much as a middle can drag in something that's, 30 pages long or whatever. I think you could have shortened that, but other than that, it was really cute. Like I said, I really enjoyed the humor. The writing style was pretty fast-paced. It was quippy, so that was really funny. I liked this unique take on telling a love story in reverse. It started out with them, already being married and a few years after being married, and then it goes all the way through very quickly, but it goes all the way through their wedding day, getting engaged, dating, going on their first date, and then interaction throughout Hogwarts. So I thought that was really fun, and I did enjoy it. So now, my memory card is almost full, my battery is almost dead, and I have to leave my house in less than an hour. So we're gonna end this for today, and I'm gonna pick it back up tomorrow. You're not gonna notice any difference because in probably less than a minute the next clip will start. Tomorrow we'll read the other two and then have like a little bit wrap up, and I'll rank them and which ones were my favorite, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I will see you in a few seconds. Well, hello there. It is not the next day. It is almost a week later because the week got away from me and I just didn't end up having time to film or edit this video. So it's a new day and we're going to finish this up. However, I need you guys to know that I did something new with my hair and I like it, but I'm sure you can tell they are very much not even. So we're just gonna go with it. I'm also like already sweating because it's hot enough outside to need the air on, but it's not hot enough outside that the air has kicked on yet because it cooled off last night. So it's very humid, but you don't care. So let's read these last two fics. All right. Hey Suri. Pick a number 1 through 51. 35. Did we? I don't think we've had that one yet. All right, 35. 35 is just called Secret. So let's see if we can find it. All right, this is called Secret by Mrs. Wren or Mr. Sren. It looks like it is just over 4,000 words, one chapter. And the summary is, she likes the way he takes her breath like it's his own. She likes the weight of his rings on her skin getting tangled in her hair, likes the indentation of the M leaves when he turns his ring inward and holds her to the bed by her hips. So this sounds like it's gonna be spicy. So let's download it, pull it up on the Kindle, and get started. What? What are you talking about? What? You want to say hi? Come here. You want to say hi? Oh, say hello. Oh, say hello. Say I like attention too. Do you hear all those birdies outside? Side note, I also started reading The Right Thing to Do by Lovesbicka 8 last night, which is a much longer fic, and it's a 3-part series. because I've wanted to read The Auction for forever. Really enjoying that one as well. But I only got like 15% into that because I think it's quite long. It's probably over 600 pages if it were bound up. Okay, so just after reading the first couple of pages, it sounds like they are still at Hogwarts, maybe the later, definitely, the probably like 6th, 7th, 8th year. They're at a festival, maybe in Hogsmeade for Halloween, and then Draco approaches Hermione, and by the way they're talking, it sounds like they have like a secret friends with benefits relationship that nobody else knows about. Okay. I finished that one. It was good. So it was about Hermione and Draco are at like a Halloween festival, and they sneak away and on a hay bale ride to go have a romp or whatever. It was, it was spicy. I don't know. I don't think the spice was very good. It was kind of hard to follow the positioning, if you know what I mean. And then besides that, my biggest issue was there are POV errors. At one point the author flipped between first person and third person, and then with third person I couldn't tell if I was in Hermione's perspective or Draco's perspective, and it just was overall confusing. So at the end of it, they do say, the author does put in a note that says like, thank you for letting me know about the POV concerns, they should be fixed now. So I don't know if I got a later or an earlier issue or something, but they do address that. It's not bad at all. Just keep that in mind if you're going to read it, that it is slightly confusing. I think the idea of the story is really fun with the hay bale ride, sneaking away, on a hay bale ride, and then at the end of it they are back, like, that scene ends and then they're back at Hogwarts in the library, and Hermione is wearing Draco's scarf, and she is talking to Ginny, and Ginny's like, are you wearing a Slytherin scarf? And then Draco comes up and they're talking, and so then it's not a secret anymore. So I thought that the concept and the premise was really cute. So that is the end of that one, and we will finish and we will read the last and final one now. Okay, last one. Hey Surrey. Pick a number 1 through 51. 20. All right, let's see which one is number 20. This worked out well. I don't think any of them were repeated. 20 is Something Missing. Okay, I can't find, just by searching it, I can't find it. And where I got this list from, the person that wrote this list didn't write the author. So I did find one called Something Missing on AO3, and it's Dramione. So hopefully that's the one they were referring to. So this one is called Something Missing by TheLashJedi. I see what you did there. All right. Okay, this one should be fun. It says, newly divorced from their respective ex-spouses, Hermione Granger and Draco Malfoy unexpectedly run into each other in a pub on Valentine's Day, and well, an explicit one-shot written for Valentine's Day. Okay. Oh, and this one has artwork that'll pop up, and then I will see you when it's on my Kindle. Sending it to my Kindle. Wait. Yes. Okay. All right. I got it. Let's go. Oh, page numbers. This one has 5,850, so 5,855 words. So it's definitely not the shortest and it's not the longest. So it's right in the middle. All right. Side note, I have heavily debated buying one of those like gooseneck stands for your Kindle that you can set your Kindle in the stand and it sits there, and then the automated button page turners, because that just sounds wonderful. I hear you. I have no words for that. I don't know if I find that attractive. The verbiage that's being used in the spy scenes is just not for me. I am done with that one too. That one was also fine. It's kind of funny how that worked out. But so that one was Hermione and Draco meet up in a bar unintendedly. They run into each other in a bar on Valentine's Day after they've both gotten divorced. Hermione ends up inviting Draco home. They sleep together, and then, which that the spice, I'd say, probably took up like a large portion of the fic. And then the last couple of pages were what happened after the fic. I don't want to spoil it in case you want to read it, but I'd say the things that happened after the fic, it just like they moved way too fast. I felt like the author was trying to like wrap up this story and like provide you with closure and give you a happy ending, which I don't think is needed in one-shots. I think that you can leave some things to the imagination, because that just felt extremely rushed. And I found myself thinking like, wow, I don't think this is something that like Hannah and Hermione would do. I think she thinks more. And anyway, I didn't really like that one. I would just say I think it's because it's not my style, not because there was anything wrong with it. So if the plot interests you, then definitely pick it up. And I'd say the way that the spice was written just wasn't my style. Some of the verbiage that was being used just wasn't for me. Okay, so let's do the fun part and rank them. I have to remember all of the names. Let me pull them up. I have to remember all the names of them. Bits of Rock and Dust, Resistance, Secret, In Reverse, and Something Missing. I'd say, let me think. Let's go in reverse. Okay, for number 5, we're gonna go with Secret, just because of the POV errors and the confusing way that it was written. I had to think about it because I actually enjoyed the plot and the storyline and the concept better than Something Missing. So with that being said, Something Missing is number 4, but I'm putting it a little bit higher than Secret just because it didn't have those grammatical errors. And then number 3, I think, is Resistance, because it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. The spice was good. It wasn't great. I think it was just solid. So we're gonna put that one at number 3. And then number 2 is In Reverse, because I loved the comedy in that one. I loved the humor and just the way that Draco and Hermione, sorry, more cat fur. Just the way that Draco and Hermione were written, they were so funny to me. I went back and edited the footage from last week this morning, and I just found myself laughing and chuckling after reading that one. But it's number 2 because the middle was long, and I think that could have been trimmed down. And so that leaves number 1 is Bits of Rock and Dust, because it has one of my all-time favorite tropes, which is hurt comfort or sick comfort. And it was short and it wrapped up really nice, and it was just the best one I read. So I'm a little bit sad that this video is over. I would love to do another one of these, so please let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do another one. Like I said, we have 46 other fics that we can do this with, so we definitely have enough to do a couple more videos like this if you guys like it. Oh, also I forgot to mention, I put in the description down below the Google sheet that I kept referring to, the YouTube video I was referring to, and then Lauren's little library. I think her TikTok I'll link below as well, because she has a whole bunch of Dramione recommendations. So if you are interested in reading anything else that's Dramione, not just most of those are not just one-shots. So if you're looking for something longer, then go ahead and definitely check all them out. I love all of them, and thanks again for watching.